Welcome everyone, this is Glenda Dawson and you're watching channel messages from the Council in general, but Council of Light, Council of 9, Council of 5, Council of 12, Council of Light Beings, whatever council decides to come down, and also individual light beings, whether they be archangels, they be divine, they could be divine feminine like Mary Magdalene. They could be also galactic, like Arcturians, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You get the drift. It's all from the unseen. And they are coming to us or through us for everyone. So we could start to remember what we have forgotten. This is the time, especially this year, to remember who we truly are, to remember our gifts, to remember how light we are, how much light we are, how each one of us is a drop of a big ocean, and each and every drop, although you may consider yourself small, you are very big when it comes to the collective. And especially in the war that we're having right now, spiritual war, where there's, I wouldn't say totally darkness, but there is the dark and the light fighting. And we want to make sure that the light always wins, or that the light shines brighter, as you can say. So with that being said, I open the floor, and I also ask anyone that is the light beings to come in, and they could be ready to take us wherever we need to go. We do get coordinates, and with the coordinates, we travel. If you do not know how to do that, just set the intentions to go with us. If you fall asleep, I keep getting emails about this. If you fall asleep, it's okay. You still travel. You just don't realize it in your conscious being. And your subconscious will bring that knowledge and that information to you. And it's what you need. If you do travel with us, I would love to hear. Well, I would love to hear it either way. And I also would love it if you can share it, and subscribe if you have not done so. So I open now the floor to the members that are here today. And if anybody has coordinates, please give them to us.
18, 10, 22, 1, red, purple. 18, 10, 22, 1, red, purple.
Okay. And just take deep breaths and allow your body to, your spirit to take you to wherever you need to go. For me, I'm inside a extremely big spaceship that I have been there before. But this time I am the patient instead of the hand holder. It's the best way I can explain it. there's a lot of beings from different places, different species, and I see a lot of beings around me trying to work on me. But there is, there are other patients there, for lack of wording. Some are being worked on their emotions, some are being worked on their physical, some are being worked, whatever that particular person needs. And then over suddenly, I get taken to a, again, for lack of wording, it is a beach, but the water is not water. And the sand is kind of like emerald green. That's all I can really say, except that at the very end, at the horizon, the sun is not same color as ours, but it's more like a violet purplish, very beautiful. And I see the rays are orangey and violets and purples and a little blue, but definitely not what we experience on Earth. So I'm being taken from the ship to, say, the beach and back and forth. Anybody else travel anywhere else?
Yours is a recovery bay. You're still on the ship. It just, you are perceiving a beach atmosphere.
I like it.
That's where you perceive earthly healing to occur, at least. On the ship, there's, I'll call it a hall of mirrors. It's kind of different boxy formations, giving different effects. And it's also a healing chamber of sorts. I don't have other beings necessarily working on me that are, I can see visually at least. Pure essence is part of the mirroring system. I don't know how else to describe it. And that pure essence allows you to see who you are, who you really are, and also works with the various layers of bodies that we have. Not just the physical body, but the various other layers. So I've been kind of turning around in there and taking in and absorbing what there is to offer there.
Sounds good to me. Anyone else? Are you in a different place altogether?
I'm not picking up on anything and as of yet.
Okay. Yes. Now the Hall of Mirrors is very interesting because I just was wheeled through there. And even though I was lying down, I saw myself sitting up. And I also saw the energy field get brighter and brighter as I went through that section. And as far as perception is very interesting because I saw myself sitting up, but I saw the beach, the shoreline right there in back of me, like if I was sitting there. I'm loving this one. Anyway, for those that don't know, the beach is like my favorite place. So it's nice and quiet and peaceful and grounding for me. Not that I don't get grounding and all that other stuff and everywhere else, but that's my go-to place. So when we're going through this, it is healing within itself because you see your true self and you're actually remembering who you are. At the same time, you're releasing the whole, um, you're releasing the moment that the control, the need for control, and you're accepting what is being provided for you, the tools that you need, the healing that you may need, the remembrance that you need. And if you go through it, you'll see different aspects of yourself until you get to your present life, this present incarnate. And then you will see what basically they're recommending that you release in order to be fully integrated with your higher self and your true self. If that makes sense.
It does.
So, although I perceive that I am in a recovery room right now, by myself, I still holographically, I am still at that shore. Like, everywhere I look, I see land, I see sand, I see ocean for all intents purposes. I see sun, I see clouds, but very different shades than here on Earth. And I guess what they're doing is so, even though I don't have fear of them, they're doing that to just allow the human body to relax and not get agitated or fearful in any which way, so it could actually complete its healing cycle. Because I don't like to call it surgery or anything to that effect. They just like to call it a healing cycle.
You also don't want to get slugged.
Yeah. So that's another thing. Anyway. Um,
Some hobbits
There's
just showed
something
up.
in the
what was that?
Some hobbits
Leaf,
showed
go
up.
ahead.
Frodo.
Okay.
There's something in
That's all I
the
got.
water mass.
There is something in the water mass.
Yes, that you
Okay.
need to meet.
Okay.
Grace.
Okay. So actually, as you both were talking, I was actually walking into, for intents purposes, the water, even though it's not really water. It's
All of that for descriptor's sake.
yeah, kind of like a gel, very liquefied gel. So as I was walking in there, and there was a calling, just to put it in perspective, to get in there. Uh, and it's kind of just floating in the water. So I'm being told to go into the water mass fully, head everything, just to go in there. And for those that are wondering, yes, I can still breathe. I can still see. I have my eyes open. I'm just walking in there. There's no trauma or anything. It's very peaceful, very inviting, and actually kind of cool to be able to experience something like this. Now, those that are listening or watching, you may be experiencing something very different, and that's okay. You're getting what you need, and we're experiencing what I gather. Definitely, I need some healing, and that's why they're asking me to do this. And Jazz is there supporting me in this. Leaf is also there, but she is kind of like in the background, not in the forefront. She's evaluating, like, okay, that's that room, and that's that room, and that's there, and this is there, and kind of looking out and seeing what species are there, what type of beings are there. So she's, even though she doesn't realize it, she's taking note. Like I see her with a little clip and just taking notes with a doctor's coat, if you may, but just taking notes.
Okay, there is a jellyfish-like creature that is approaching you if it hasn't already attached itself to you.
It's already attached.
Yeah, I kind of thought so.
Yeah.
And it is working on a specific issue that has become apparent for you.
Mm-hmm.
And the work that was done in the ship, if you will, or what initially was seen or
Mm-hmm.
experienced, was sort of a preparatory, and then the ocean scene gave you a chance to be open.
Mm-hmm.
The walls that are protective walls that you may have not quite surrendered completely, and the water gel is giving you the opportunity to accept and surrender, and the jellyfish is sucking out any remaining negativity.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a painful experience. It's just surprising, breathtaking in the sense that it's not a sensation that is easy to describe because nobody's had it or nobody's aware of it
Right.
before. But if you look around, uh, everything is really extremely unique. I called the jellyfish a jellyfish creature just because I have no other analogy
Right.
to give it. But there's an odd light that is coming through. When I say odd, it's qualitative in the sense that there's a darkness there, but the darkness is not a negative darkness. It's just an emptiness, if you will. And there doesn't seem to be a source of the light. But if you look carefully, the light is glistening off of some iridescent type structures that are growing there. I don't know what else to call them.
I know, we're so limited on our vocabulary.
It's like, okay. This is a mind twister.
DNA. It's sort of like DNA, or maybe it is DNA that we're not used to seeing in that fashion.
Okay.
It's like the darkness is not doesn't have a form and a shape of its own because it carries all these strands of DNA, for lack of the appropriate word, and then the light brings forth one of the strands and creates something.
Okay. Okay. It's so hard to explain.
Interestingly, each of us is receiving whatever it is we might physically need, or spiritually need, or whatever, and leave, even though you may not be immersed in this, you are still receiving the same process. But I'm getting direction for you to come out and back onto the quote unquote land part. Give gratitude to the creature,
The being.
for its part in what's happened.
Yeah.
And once you hit the ground, you to just sit, rest, recline, whatever is your brother. Focus on the sky, the horizon, the uniqueness of the different layers of clouds, the different colors that are involved. The colors are actually quite important, and they have special significance for use individually. They're extremely beautiful to the rest of us, but there is a deeper meaning for you.
My silly small vocabulary. Experience is so hard to explain because we really have not, we don't have anything to compare it with. So we're coming to the closest thing we can and describing it that way.
And it's woefully inadequate.
And it's definitely inadequate.
But use your imaginations, folks.
And like I said, for those that, cannot even, they don't usually envision things, it's okay. You continue this and you will start to open that up within you, because that may be what the healing you're obtaining. The ability to envision things to their original state. It's hard for us to sometimes describe it, but we are doing our best here. And this is so magnificent that the way we could describe it is shameful.
And it's interesting that Lee said that the hobbits were there. I think because the hobbits represent wonderful stories, to be sure. And we had to use our imaginations. If you read the books first,
Mm-hmm.
and you had to make that world.
Mm-hmm.
Once you saw the films, it was easier to relate to it as far as a visual prompt, but that it's that kind of transition, if you will. You're trying to make sense and give words to things that are not of this 3D realm. Let's put it that way.
Exactly.
But I'm also hearing a melodic tune, and I know I can't do it justice, but forgive any cracking in the voice.
Lovely. Very healing.
After intoning that, my energy, my vibration certainly shifted. It's changed kind of dramatically.
Mm-hmm. Mine as well. Now I'm just calm. Or calmer, I should say. Shifted. It's basically brighter at the end of that tunnel. Like I could see more brightness everywhere. Even the beam, the jellyfish for all intents purposes, seems to be giving off a brilliant reflection, or I can't even explain it. But it just got brighter. So
An amplification of the healing that is present.
Yeah. Good way of explaining.
Make you shit up here. It's just like, oh man.
And the thing is, it's like no way to explain this. But it's happening. And now, oh, okay. Maiki samala gere kariki ka karikimi kakili kriya kawarala ke yadi riga giri 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 baraka chikaika maya ki kiskai ki sulu vai ga yili maya la yi ko wara kare ki ke bara kare piri kare 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 ko wara kara maya ki kiskai ki sulu di kati ki ki yiri kare kare kare. Okay, that came out of nowhere, and that was to complement the singing.
Okay, while you were saying that, my hands were signing it. energetically, I was like, oh, this is so odd but wonderful.
And leave that I know resonated in your heart chakra. It seems to have gone to most people's heart chakras and amplified the heart chakra, the second heart, and amplified that energy. And now I see, like, for intense purposes, goo coming out, which is not a bad thing. It's an actual means that you're overfilling in that positive, divine, loving energy, and you're letting it spread through the body for healing. I also felt a shift in that one. Oof.
Whole atmosphere has taken on similar attributes as the quote unquote water had. Like, okay, the gifts keep coming, but we're I don't know about anybody else, but I'm on overload here, but not good overload.
Yeah, who needs drugs? Anyway,
Seriously.
that's it. This is definitely increasing the vibrations and the frequencies to a much higher positive level than where we even started. And it seems like every second or every minute that's occurring, you just feel more and more intensifying, amplifying. And I'm actually feeling vibrations.
Yeah, the vibrational signature
Mm-hmm.
is it's we're going through various dimensions is what's happening. Only way I know that is because of the vibrational resonance.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so indescribable, the different layers and levels, and but that's what this atmospheric energy is presenting itself and offering to us if we surrender to it.
Mm-hmm. And now, for all intents purposes, the jellyfish has a hand out to leave and just touching the bottom of her feet. And then the other hand is patting her, like it's okay. And I know that's a healing conduit type of thing, but it's kind of funny. Can't describe it, but that's what's.
It's acknowledging the apprehensiveness that's being held inside her.
Hmm.
Just
Saying
wiggle those toes, kiddo.
it's just saying it's okay. It's okay. So oof.
Reaching up to give you a high five.
I just for the record, I surrender.
Okay. That's good. Yeah, and I hear clapping all around. Acknowledgement. That's great.
Eyes are watering.
Mm-hmm.
If, for those who are watching, forgive some of this quiet time in between. It's just such a unique experience that we're all just kind of scratching our heads going, how do I even begin?
And then it's, yeah, it's so magnificent that you just want to take it all in and you forget to speak. So, all right. And for those that surrender with leave also, because I felt shift there, not just with her, but with others. Forgive yourself. It's okay. You finally did it. You did it. That's the important thing. The important thing is that now you're open completely and you're allowing the experiences to occur. And you're allowing the healing and the remembering to happen, basically. And what a grand, joyous time. It's a time for celebration. Celebrate every step of the way. Don't acknowledge your accomplishments and your ability to step forward, be vulnerable, and accept what's coming because it's beautiful. It is hard to be vulnerable, but there's a lot of joy and good consequences. I shouldn't say good. Good rewards for doing it.
And as intense as this experience is, we're also receiving that download adjustment to our DNA that allows us to hold on to and be able to access this particular place that we're in.
Mhm.
And each person is receiving a unique gift in their heart right now. So that is unique to you and you alone. You can choose to share it if you choose, but it is yours.
Mhm.
Shift. Okay.
And so just allow it to be accepted and shift is happening as we speak, sort of.
Mm-hmm. Protective bubble is being placed around all of those who are present, whether you hear this right away or you hear it on YouTube or wherever. That protective bubble is there to continue to enhance you, but also protect you within the 3D realm
Yes.
in a kind of a rather unique way. I can't describe it more.
No, it's basically we're not allowed to because everybody's experience may be a little different. They don't want anybody to be boxed in into their experience. but to let it just happen, be free. And let's see. Maikasa, 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 kokara kati, kiki, kokara kabara kada galu, kish, kish, kish. Mujsa, yukada kati, kiri gapsi, barakli, kichura, kada, 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 kada. Machika, 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 machika. That was the sealing of whatever occurred today. And integration into the bodies, the psyche. Yes.
I'm feeling a sense of needing to begin the parting process, but trying to give gratitude to that which doesn't expect us to say gratitude or thank you, but nonetheless is appreciated.
Yes. All of what occurred today has and is appreciated. The blessings we received today in every single session is beyond words. And we can never be grateful enough or thankful enough. Each moment of healing, of surrender, of acknowledgement, of opening our minds again, or opening the road of remembrance is unique, and yet layer by layer, more intense and more of who we really are. Leaf, do you have anything?
No, just as you said, gratitude for the experience, gratitude for healing.
Mm-hmm. All right, Jess, you want to take us down? Because we're getting pushed out.
Yeah. All of us who have taken this journey today, I ask you to take 3 very deep breaths. And as you let go, we will descend 3 steps. Breathe in. Say farewell. Second breath. Last breath, send love out to the world as you return to your solid, to your zero, to where you started this journey. Breathe in. You're down.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone for being here. Please do like, share, subscribe if you haven't done so. And we'll see you next week on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And hope to hear from you and just give us a feedback as to what you have felt if you wish to share. Many blessings. And as always, have a great week. And we love you. Bye.